In this video, I'll be showing you how to replace front brake calipers on a Nissan Maxima. These are located behind the front wheels. Let's get started. Now let's go ahead and remove our front wheel using a 21mm socket. We're going to start off by moving on to the back side of the brake caliper and locating our brake hose and disconnecting it. This is a 12mm bolt. Break it loose. Have a collection receptacle under the vehicle ready for any brake fluid. Set the bolt aside and let the fluid drain out. Now we're going to remove our washer from our caliper and set it aside. Now I'm going to locate my two 14mm slider pin bolts and remove these to separate the caliper from the bracket. Slide it off and set it aside. Remove your brake pads and springs and set these aside as well. We're also going to remove our two caliper bracket bolts. These are two 22mm. Break them loose first. Now remove them. Keep a hand on the bracket during removal of this last bolt. And set it aside. Now to prep our brake caliper for installation. I'm going to remove our slider pin bolts. Lift the caliper and set it aside. And now to prep our bracket. I'm going to apply some lubricant to the shim locations right here on both sides. And we can now install our shims. Just press down, make sure they're flush and even on both sides. Do the same for the other side. I'm also going to remove our slider pins. So pull the boots back and lift the pin out. Keep in mind they're different. One has a rubber grommet, the other does not. So remember where each came from. These already come applied with some lubricant, but I'm going to apply a little bit more. And the same for the other one. I'll reinstall them. Push down fully and squeeze the boot to relieve any air trapped inside. And make sure it moves freely back and forth. Do the same for the other side. Now I'm going to insert our brake caliper bracket in our rotor and hand thread on our two bracket bolts. And just snug these down. Now we're going to torque these down to 107 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to insert our brake pads on our bracket. Just to slide them in. Our rear brake pad has a wear indicator that goes on the inside and points up. Before we install our caliper, I'm going to lubricate the piston and the 2 ears of our caliper. Now we're going to install our 2 springs on the pads. Insert them on the holes. While you do this, squeeze them together so they do not fall out. And lastly, slide your caliper over. Align the slider pins and hand thread on your 2 bolts. Now let's snug these down. And torque them down to 25 foot-pounds. Now we're going to remove our banjo bolt and its washers that come pre-applied. We're going to position our brake hose in place. Align it with the mounting tab. Now put 1 washer behind the hose, like so, and feed your bolt in with the other washer applied. Now hand thread on your banjo bolt. Snug this down. And torque this down to 13 foot-pounds. We're going to locate our bleeder screw and remove its cap. Set it aside. And we're going to loosen our screw with a 8mm wrench. Now we're going to wait for some brake fluid to come out. And we see no more air bubbles. Now we're going to snug up our bleeder screw. Clean the surrounding area with some brake cleaner and a rag. And reinstall your cap. Now let's top off our brake fluid. Remove our cap, turn counterclockwise, and lift up. And also our filter. Just lift up on it and set it aside. Insert a funnel. And we're going to pay attention to this max mark right here. We want it right between the max and minimum. Now remove your funnel. Reinstall your filter and your cap as well. Now let's install our wheel. I'm going to install my 5 21mm lug nuts. Now we're going to torque these lug nuts to 83 foot-pounds in a crisscross pattern. Now once you're finished going the vehicle and press on the brake pedal, ensure it's firm. If it's not, we are going to have to proceed with a full brake bleed. We're going to locate our brake fluid reservoir and its cap. Before we begin, I'm going to clean the surrounding area with some brake cleaner and a rag. And wipe down any dirt or debris. Now we're going to remove our cap, turn counterclockwise, and lift up. And also our filter. Just lift up on it and set it aside. Now using a siphon, I'm going to remove as much brake fluid as I can from our brake fluid reservoir. Insert it and suck it out. Now dispose of this used fluid properly. Now let's top off our brake fluid. Insert a funnel. And we're going to pay attention to this max mark right here. We want it right between the max and minimum. Now remove your funnel and reinstall your cap only. Now we're going to proceed to our right front wheel. Now that we're at the first bleed location, I have an assistant in the vehicle ready. I'll be using a bottle and a hose and removing the brake bleeder cap. Set it aside. Have your 8mm wrench ready. Place it over. Now's the time to place your hose over it as well. I'm going to advise my assistant to pump the brakes about 5 times. Now I'm going to crack the screw open and close it. We're going to repeat this about 3 times. Remove your wrench and reinstall your bleeder cap. Now we're going to proceed to our left front wheel and do the same process. Now let's top off our brake fluid. Now that our fluid's topped off, let's proceed to our right rear wheel. Now that we're at our right rear wheel, I'm going to locate our bleeder screw and cap on the caliper. Remove it as well. Set it aside. Again, place your 8mm wrench over. And also your brake hose. Now I'm going to advise our assistant to pump the brakes. Now break it free. And close it. We're going to repeat this about 3 times. And open. As you can see, we have no more bubbles. So close the screw. Remove the hose. Remove your wrench as well and reinstall your cap. Now repeat this process for the left rear wheel. Now that all 4 sides are bled, we're going to top off our reservoir one last time. Remove the cap. Insert your funnel and fill it a little bit below the max line. Move your funnel. Reinstall your filter. Press down all the way. And reinstall your cap as well. Now once this is finished, reinstall your wheels, torque them all down to 83 foot-pounds, and after that go inside the driver's compartment and ensure your brake pedal is nice and firm. Then take the vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. the only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.